Dirty Bomb is going free to play, in the most literal interpretation of the term. After an update next week, all monetization will be patched out of the game. Following last month's announcement that the dev team is winding down live support for the game, it's both a nice gesture and a neat way for the developer to thank Dirty Bomb's players for supporting the game through the years. Even though the team will not be making any new content for the game from here on out, developer Splash Damage announced last year that it was planning to end development of new Dirty Bomb content due to diminishing returns, and offer refunds to players that had purchased Merc Pack DLC, since it was not going to be releasing any more characters in the future. While Splash Damage does not plan to make more characters a content for the game, it does plan for Dirty Bomb to remain online and playable for as long as a meaningful number of players still logged into play. Now, as a thank you to the players that have stuck with the game throughout the years, Splash Damage is releasing a patch that removes premium currency from the game, making all of those items purchasable with Dirty Bomb's regular, earnable currency instead. The patch will almost triple the rate at which players earn credits, in addition to converting any single unit of premium currency into roughly 20 regular credits. On top of that, the team is bringing back some popular in-game items that, for whatever reason, were no longer available, though the dev says in the patch notes that not every back catalog item has been brought back due to some unfortunate technical limitations. Cloud Imperium United Kingdom Ltd. and Cloud Imperium United States LLC, the studios behind Star Citizen and Squadron 42, have raised $46 million in funds from a private investment in the Cloud Imperium Group. The funds will primarily be put towards the development and marketing for Squadron 42, but will also be funneled into Star Citizen and various business development initiatives. The investment was led by the father and son duo of Clive and Keith Calder, specifically by Clive Calder's family office and Keith Calder's Snoot Entertainment. Clive Calder is best known for founding the independent music company Zomba, while Keith Calder is a film producer whose company has powered films like Blindspotting and Anomalisa, while the pair notably made a name for themselves in entertainment outside of video game development. Cloud Imperium co-founder Chris Roberts notes in a press release that both Clive and Keith Calder are like-minded partners that he says will help fund the marketing and release of Squadron, editor stating, attuned to what makes us special. The $46 million investment sees the sale of roughly 10% of the company and was made equally into each side of the Cloud Imperium Group, including both United States and United Kingdom, at a combined post-money valuation of $596 million. Two board members have joined the boards of Cloud Imperium United Kingdom Ltd. and Cloud Imperium United States LLC as well, with an Offner on behalf of the investors and Eli Klein as an advisor to the company. Chairman and CEO of Cloud Imperium Games, Chris Roberts, retains full control of the board and group. This investment helps secure our independence. We may not have the resources that an Activision or have to launch one of their tentpole games, but we now control our own destiny in marketing Squadron 42, said Roberts in a press release. Beyond this, this investment gives Cloud Imperium the ability to take the long view when needed, pursue a business opportunity that we normally could not have. It allows us to grow as a company. Cosmic Top Secret is an unusual game, about as close to non-fiction as video games get. Games like the Cold War board game Twilight Struggle may seek to simulate historical events. But Cosmic Top Secret, in an abstract and whimsical way, is autobiographical. Produced by Copenhagen-based film and game studio Klassefilm Cosmic Top Secret tracks the experience of game director Trine Laier, as she discovers her parents' role in the national security of her country of Denmark. Laier's background in game development goes back to the 1990s as an animator, and established her own company, Cosmic Top Secret co-producer dossier, in 1998. Here's Laier in her own words on the topics of storytelling in games, personal journeys, and game design. Cosmic Top Secret is produced by Klassefilm and co-produced by dossier. Hence it's probably more like a joint venture taking advantage of our different backgrounds and mutual interest in telling EU stories, if possible as video games. We met at the conference Nordic Game 7 years ago, when we were both scouting for business partners and possibilities in the cross-media area. Games are by many still considered to be a waste of time, and that's what we are humbly aiming to change with Cosmic Top Secret. By working with serious matters that are usually dealt with in film, literature, art, graphic novels, etc. At the same time, we totally honor games as a suitable form, if not better than any other media to tell this particular, for us important, story about being estranged from one's origin. It is about both, in terms of the history of the Cold War and my parents' role in that, what we call the big circle, and the little circle, about my personal relationship with my parents. You may ask, why does it need to be personal? It's because we believe it's through honest and detailed descriptions of other people's lives that will reflect and evaluate our own life. We believe those kind of themes can be dealt with both via mechanics, involving your body more directly than a film can, and via regular story elements. For us, a personal experience was quite suitable as the backdrop for an investigative game, where you have to explore and put bits and pieces together to form a bigger picture, where you, the player, to a certain extent, can design your experience. Like how much do you want to go in depth into specific areas and missions? About 50% of the game's content is in optional missions. If you, for instance, take a special interest in early computer technology, you can freely choose to pick up all the ferrite cores for the bits, dossier that are used as guiding points during the game, and if you find them all, you will get a video about cryptographs, etc. If you are more up for crazy, but told anecdotes, you can choose to complete the Khrushchev dossier and get the story about the Soviet leaders' visit in Copenhagen in 1964, where Danish intelligence installed extra pipes in his hotel room to take out a stool sample, because of rumors that he was seriously ill. He was not. Should you care more about how it was like to be platoon leader for the Danish Queen in the Women's Auxiliary Force, and be headhunted to the Flight Division No. 3 at Intelligence as my mother did, you can choose to follow that branch. So many game premises are alike, and we believe there's a vast potential for developing new interesting games with unseen, unheard of premises without compromising quality of gameplay. They may even add new angles to the development of gameplay. We'll stuck to the initial idea of the game all the way through. You, the player, controls me trying to reveal what my dad worked on for real at Intelligence during the Cold War. It should consist of real people and real material and real feelings, and it should, as much as possible, integrate the story in the mechanics, and vice versa. Actually, we aimed for developing the game's mechanics and the story simultaneously, not favoring one from the other. That may just be an fix, but it has encouraged us to keep prototyping on the mechanics, without exactly knowing what would happen in the story. This was a method that was met with a lot of skepticism from the outside. First you have to write the story, and then you can do the game. Instead we tried to form a structure of the possible story elements. We had game jams where we played around with those elements, and chose the ideas that seemed to correlate the best with the theme. For instance, we discovered there was a good connection between the story aspect, where you have to follow that, and the mechanics that suited that aspect of motion.